Hello and welcome to the ATF Cast. That's anything that fires. Here we discuss science, firearms, the day-to-day, and whether you'd like it or not, we often don't, politics. The bounds are unscribed, the beliefs are full of dis, and the bifocals are simply unacceptable. We're a pinch of a lava and a heaping cup of I don't know what the fuck is going on. So, join us on this journey of nonsense and an attempt to learn more while we do our best to put on a smiling face, keep our eyes upon the moon, and ride the waves of entropy in this ever-changing world. We're the ATF Cast, and we're just having fun. I'm your host, Evan, and as always, we are joined by your zoomed-in co-host, maybe not so much, so more, Matt Halava. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing good, Sonny boy. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Feeling a little discombobulated, a little tired.
Yeah,
but
it's nice to have a short vacation and get tired.
Yeah. And a lot of our time down there was just kind of lazy. 2 days, not so great weather. Just kind of, watched a lot of Harry Potter movies and vegged out, some space documentaries, made good food, and then there's the drinking adventures and partying and random impromptu tattoos all mixed in with that. So
impromptu tattoos.
Yeah, overall a success. It was awesome. It was a Saturday morning, so I got there down to Louisville. Friday night, left work. Ended up being a terrible drive, so it was like almost 5 hours. And just
Ooh,
assholes.
Just 5 hours for me to get there.
Yeah. No, it was a predicament. It's just like, not even out of Columbus, and people almost murdered me like fucking 6 times. Semi trucks just cutting across like 4 lanes of traffic. It was insane. I was like, is it a full moon? Because these motherfuckers acting crazy.
Well, I'm glad that you have good awareness about you as you travel. And
yeah,
well, you always pay attention, so I'm glad for that, and glad you didn't get ran over by a truck.
Yeah, or my brakes go out or anything crazy like that. I even had to
That's
turn off
inspirational.
I had to turn off the music and everything there for the jaunts through the cities. It was stressful, but then some nice relaxing podcasts, and got to breeze. I don't even know what time, like 7:45, and
you're ready for food.
I was 100% ready for food. And she had called me like when I was still 30 minutes out of town. I was like, "Are you gonna be hungry when you get there?" And I was like, "I have had a very small piece of, I think, pineapple upside down cake." And she's like, "Sick, we're going to Rumors." So,
nice.
It's like it's kind of like a Roosters. I forget how Brie described it. Like, I don't know. Kind of feels like Roosters on the inside, but we got like a bucket of oysters, some crab legs, some wings, some like seafood pasta salad, and a bucket of Coors Light. So
nice.
Yeah, looking nom that down.
Roosters and Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, something kind of weird like that.
Yeah.
So and then good evening. Fucking just went back and relaxed, and then Saturday morning I wake up to Connor, wandering around the kitchen living room area there, and I'm like, "Good morning,
and
Connor."
Fuzzy slippers.
Yeah, fucking killing it. And he's like, "I'm thinking about going up to the Neon Moon tattoo shop that opened and seeing them if they do walk-ins." And I was like, "Fuck, I'll get a finger tattoo." He was like, "Sick, Bree, you wanted to get a tattoo?" And she's like, "I don't know." So we all go there, and then we get some tattoos. Yeah. We walked in and started looking at books, and I saw this it's like an old style like Adam drawing, and I was like, that would be sick on my finger. Let's do that. And then Connor got looks like shattered glass with an alligator face in it.
Kind of like a Aztec alligator.
Yeah.
Kind of that feel. Looked really good.
Yeah, and then Bree got it's like a silhouette of a girl's face, like inside of a crescent moon. She found that in the book, and it's like, they were saying it's probably like an old advertisement. So a lot of those old original tattoos were inspired by, old advertisements and shit. And she was like, "Yeah, I'll just kind of get it small on my hand, like just right here in the crease or something." So dude goes back and prints it out, and it's like the size of her whole hand. And she's like, "Yeah, that'll do." And then he walked to her and he's like, "I think we're gonna print it a little smaller." And she's like, "Man, I'm so laid back that I was planning on getting it small." And he walked out with it like 4 times the size, and I'm just ready for it. Oh, they kind of found the medium ground, and then got all tatted up, and it was fun little adventure. So yeah, started Saturday with tattoos, and then Saturday evening we went to one of Bree's friends' house parties down on the river for
Nice.
Thunder over Louisville. So we had fireworks, and I was in full vacation mode, so I started drinking well before. Um, I had some margaritas, a couple
Well
beers, then
before noon.
I started drinking like 3.
Before.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, okay.
yeah, just a fuzz before happy hour. So I had a good buzz on, and Bree was like, "It's time to go." I was like, "All right," and I was in full vacation clothes too. I had on like my weird blue pants and a fucking like triple XL white button up shirt, just unbuttoned, titties out, fucking like Mardi Gras beads, and my camera around my neck, and just walk up in the party, start making friends. Told very few people that I was Bree's brother, so I was like, just kept drinking, hanging out, meeting people. Oh, cool, man, just having a good time, and. It was weird. Like the next day, I woke up and everyone was like, "What's up, life of the party?" I was like, "What are you talking about? What happened?"
What I do.
And they're like, "No, just everybody
So is
loved
that why
you."
you didn't tell anyone that you're Bree's brother? Because you didn't want to, if you went too far in one direction, you didn't want to tag her in that.
Right? Yeah. No, I was just
Gotcha.
drunk and hanging out. But yeah, I guess at one point I was in the living room and somehow I put a napkin on my head, like a little paper yarmulke or something. Don't remember why or when. And I was just like eating a hot dog, just like, naked hot dog, fucking holding it like a cigar, taking a bite every once in a while, doing like fridge poetry. He had a whole bunch of like words on his fridge. I was just like putting words together, making sentences. And little did I know, behind me, Bree's like, one of her friends walks up and he was like, "I think I'm in love with him." And she's like, "My brother?" And he was like, "That's your fucking brother?" I just like turned around, napkin on my head, hot dog mid bite, like, "What's up, dude?" And then I guess, yeah, like him and his other friends just like followed me around taking pictures of me because they were fascinated by me for the next like hour. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. I'll have to find out where they posted all those so I can see your adventures.
Yeah. And it's like, "Where the fuck are these pictures?" She's like, "It was film camera." I was like, yeah, that checks out.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was a good old time. And then the rest of the trip was mostly, just chilling and eating good food and the usual stuff.
Good.
And went down there for a
Good.
Modest Mouse concert. Was like the main reason, but that got canceled. So we woke up Tuesday morning like, "Here's a plan. This is what we got to do." And Connor was like, "Oh shit, hey, I think your concert got canceled." And we're like, "What?" So yeah, lead singer tested positive for COVID when he was in Atlanta. So they had
Oh no, he's got the common cold.
yeah, I know, on stage, away from
It depends
everybody,
on what
but
version. Yeah. Oh, that's disappointing.
yeah, but it's okay. We just ended up cooking some Indian food and making some ceviche and
Oh.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Mm,
good
mm,
old
mm.
time. I was like,
Yep.
"Fuck, the show's canceled, so I guess I'll just go full vacation mode." Started the day off at like the
Sure.
little market down the road, and Brie had
Yeah.
a meeting, so she was in a little room talking with the United States Bartenders Guild folk, doing fancy stuff. And they have a little bar in the market, so I just went over there. I was like, "I'm on vacation. Let me get a Moscow Mule." I was like, "Fuck it, it's 10:30 in the morning. Modest Mouse is canceled. I'm gonna go full vacation mode."
Yeah. 10:30 in
Yeah,
the morning is not too early.
no, so
Yeah.
yeah.
You're on vacation. You're safe. There's nothing wrong with that.
And Brie was taking a little long, so I walked. I was like, "I'm just gonna head out." Walked down to the little corner mart. I grabbed myself like a tall boy Corona, brown paper bag, fucking, and a Black and Mild. So I was just like sitting on her porch, fucking drinking out of a brown paper bag, having a cigar. I was like, "I'm living it up."
You fancy.
Yeah, I felt it. So, and now I'm tired.
Must have been from lifting that bottle all the time,
Yeah.
holding a hot dog and doing poetry.
Yeah. It was.
Grandma Halava on occasion will put something on her head when she's feeling cold. It could be a doily or a napkin. So maybe she was wearing one and you're so relaxed you picked up on that.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
The world will never know. Yeah, and then like
Nope.
Brie had a catering event on Sunday and met up with her, company at the bar afterwards, and like Connie came in and was like, "What's up, life at the party?" And I was like, "What? I keep hearing that. It's the word around town."
Nice. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with being appreciated. If you were the a-hole of the party, you might have headed back to Columbus sooner.
that's true. Yeah, Brie would be like, "Get the
Right?
fuck out of my house. You embarrass me."
You're like, I can't believe you did that. So you need to apologize to people, and then she'd fist correct you.
Hammer me.
Yes,
So
that's it.
yeah, it's been a good week, and it was only a 4-hour drive today, but I'm fucking whooped, and I'm excited to sleep in my bed. I tell you what.
Well, I don't blame you. So 4-hour drive, nice. It was a good day for it. No tornadoes.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and the like last hour and a half was up, like 38 or 42 or whatever the fuck that is. So just winding country roads past all the cows and shit. It was very, very relaxing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, that's true. You're a bit farther north than you were before, so
yeah, a little northwest. So I break off
yeah,
71 early and head, northwest. So
kind of go that way. Yeah.
yeah, how have you been since I last spoke with you?
Been good. No issues. Sent you pictures of grandma's ceiling. So yeah, take the ceiling fan down, and I just see a bracket. There's no opening. Uh-huh. And Julie kind of giggles, kind of like, not giggle, haha, screw you. It's kind of like that's different, So I take unscrew the other bracket that was holding the whole fixture up, and it's just a 12-2 with ground sticking out of the ceiling. I'm like, guess I'm gonna have to cut a hole, put a old work box up in there to support that light. So, because just one of those boxes should be able to hold 20, maybe 30 pounds, depending. It's half-inch drywall, should be able to support 20 pounds. But the light fixture itself weighs 2 at most with the bulbs, so yeah, I'll just have to find a deep one so that I can get the remote system up in there and wired and kind of shove everything and hang it off of one thing, because she has like R60 up in the attic or something. She has like 40 inches of blown in insulation.
That's fun. That's where you tape up your pant legs and fucking go fishing.
I'd have to get the snow shovel.
Yeah, there you go. Shovel your way in. Yeah, I got just the box for you. So
okay,
yeah, I'll send you some links. So
sweet.
Yeah, and I imagine they screwed that bracket. Did they screw that bracket in like into that joist at least?
I'm not sure.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because they did use wood screws, but I haven't cut the hole big enough to find out where the joist is at. So I don't know if I'm going to get one that extends over from joist to joist, or it should be 2 foot on center. It could be 16. I don't know. It was built in the 50s, late 50s. Should be 2 foot. I'm like, or if I'm just going to get one that will fan over and just support itself on the drywall.
Yeah. Well,
so
million options, and that's a pain in the ass. So,
yep. Told Grandma that next time Uncle Carl comes by, see if he, because he's doing some stuff over there in the bathroom, see if he can bring his snake camera for plumbing and just shove it up there and look back and forth and tell me if there's a joist 3 inches this way and can't see a damn thing that way, or if there's nothing at all, then okay, I got a better idea what to do.
Yeah, because there's all kinds of options for fan boxes. They got the pancake boxes you screw directly into the joist with, like, the 1024 holes or whatever those are that support a fan. And then, you got you just screw it to the side of a joist. And the box is like, it's got a big chunkus end on her. That'd probably be good because you could put the remote up in there. So, yeah, I don't know. All kinds of flavors these days in this modern age.
Big chunkus end? You talking something like, it'll look more like a can light? You'd have your can and your chunkus end?
Kind of. It's more like regular. On one part, it's like a pancake, right?
Okay.
Real shallow, like a 1/2 inch. And on the other end, it almost looks like an oven mitt. It's got a pocket that goes up along the side of the framing member.
Please. Okay. Yeah.
Bastards. Or you just screw the other one up there and pretend like you never saw anything. I wouldn't do that.
Well, I half thought of that too, but then it's like, okay, I'm going to have to wire the remote unit and just lay it on top of the drywall and then shove the wires up in there and then secure it somehow to there. But how do I do that? Because the mounting supports in the center.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if you did it all janky. So,
right? Yeah, we don't do janky stuff. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to fix this properly.
Absolutely. I wish you luck.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. So I should be good. I've done wiring and stuff before, not as extensive as yourself, but I have a good understanding of everything. I'm jack of all trades.
It's just those old houses can be a pain in the butt sometimes. So,
yeah. I mean, if I don't have a good way to run wire, sometimes I'll just run it right through the plumbing, right? So, but you want to make sure you use outdoor, UG rated wire if you're going through 3/4 hot water pipes. Just kidding. Don't put any electrical in hot water pipes. I'm kidding. Anybody listening,
it sounds like fun.
Don't write that down.
It's if you put it in the cold water line, it's all the way cool. Built-in cooling. Then you can run like 60 amps through a 12 gauge and no problem because it's not going to melt.
Right?
These are terrible ideas.
Genius.
Love that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, I woke up at like 3:30 this morning, just for a little moment. Ate some leftover Indian food off the counter. I had some water and watched SpaceX launch the Crew 4 mission to the International Space Station.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to wake up. So what was the food that was off the counter? Was it like counter food? Or was it like should have been refrigerated by noon yesterday and now you're eating it at 3 a.m.?
No. We ate it at like 9 p.m. So yeah, I probably put that plate of leftovers down at 10. So it was only staying out for like 5 hours. A little tikka masala, a little rice.
You're good.
So,
yeah, might have been a little dry, but yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Hummus, no problem. You're good there too. Spinach dip, probably not.
A little too dairy-y.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Is this ranch dressing? No, it's just
now it's blue cheese.
The other colors in there are rather natural and not an ingredient.
Oof. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The other night we had it just reminded me of the other dinner we had. So much good food. We did a Hot Ones. Have you ever watched the Hot Ones show on YouTube? Oh, you would love it. So like the idea is this dude has people on, he interviews them, and while he's interviewing them, they eat progressively spicier wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're like snotting and coughing and
So
yes, okay. I did not recall the name to the actual. So yes.
Yeah, so we did our own little Hot Ones. We smoked some wings. Bree and Connor got a smoker. Like almost a year ago, probably, and they hadn't used it. And we're like, fuck, let's smoke some wings.
Nice.
So yeah, went down to Kroger, got some wings, smoked them, and then we like scavenged their house for all their hot sauces because they got them on the side tables and on the piano and in all the
In
bedrooms
her
and bathrooms
purse,
and
probably in
yeah.
a guitar case next to the sticks. I'm gonna have to make him one so that he can wear it while he's on stage.
There you go. Yeah. No, yeah, we did like, man, I don't even know. It was all kinds of good like Kentucky bourbon hot sauces and shit. And the spiciest one we mistakenly put at the second to last. We probably should have done some Googling because, we're like, oh, we're getting so close. And then we ate that and we're fucking just, our faces are draining. And we slathered those wings too. They were handsomely covered. And then we had mac and cheese and blue cheese. Well said. Yeah, thank you. Then we're all fucking like just drinking blue cheese and fucking eating mac and cheese and chugging water like and then we're like, all right, we need to take an intermission before the last one. It's gonna be fucking murder. So then we eat that after a little break and it's like, oh, that's not bad at all. And then we looked it up and like the last one was like 50,000 Scoville, but the second to last one was like 250,000. So oof. Yeah, we went from like 60,000 to 250,000 to 50,000. We got it all fucked up.
Yeah, see, I like spicy food, but I don't like stuff that sends snot down my stash while I'm still trying to eat, and my eyes go cross, and I'm afraid to fart later because I'm going to take off like a bottle rocket. So,
those are valid points, but
yeah,
it's still a good time here and there.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time. I mean, I've had spicy things where oh my gosh, one of our Marines, he was a little Cajun fella from Louisiana, and his mom would send some crawdads and stuff and some fixins or whatever, frozen package overnight. He would cook those up, and I enjoyed it. A little spicy, but not too hot, right? You got that. Mm-hmm. It was right there. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm blotting my head and everything, but I'm not in pain, and my tongue's not killing me. And a lot of the other Marines were totally complaining that it was way too hot, and he was like, oh, you think this is hot? My pappy makes some stuff that you got to pour water down your back when you're taking a shit in the morning to cool yourself off. Like, now that's hot. If you got to pour water down your back to cool it off as it's coming out, that's hot.
Yeah, that's and to eat that on the daily, I mean, that's some fucking skill. That's a pallet of steel.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Respect.
Yeah, total respect, and I'll help you with your ulcers. So.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking one of these times when I see you next, we'll have to do a hot ones of our own. We'll get a little plethora of hot sauces. I've got one in there that's like 2 million Scoville, so just a dot will do you. Yeah, I'll put like 3 dots of that in a pot of chili, and it does it. It's fucking intense. So
yeah,
I don't think it's 2 million. That's I think the last dab is 2 million, but it's like 1.3, and it has no flavor. It's only heat, and it hurts. So really, it's honestly a terrible time. But we'll have fun.
Oh my gosh! It's gonna be so much pain. We'll have fun.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of the CS chamber. So
exactly. Think of it like that.
Yeah, you're sucking in CS gas. You're coughing. Your eyes are killing you. Snot's just draining from the top of your lungs all the way out. I don't know what all's coming, but stuff's just going. You're drooling and spitting, and wow, what a great time! Because when you come out of there, you get to turn around and just watch everybody else, and you get to laugh at how ridiculous they look and forget that you look exactly like them. So
hell yeah.
And then if you get used to it, then you kind of like, it's not so much fun, but it's not so bad either. So it just depends on how many times you go into the CS chamber.
Really? You develop some kind of a tolerance?
Little bit. And I think part of that is discipline and knowing what to expect. because there's little crystals in the gas that rests on your face. So if you rub, you're now just pushing those crystals into your pores, right?
Oh, interesting.
So, and you wipe your eyes, it'd be like eating chicken wings and then snotting
Oof.
and then rubbing the chicken wing hot sauce on your nose, and now you're inhaling it. And then you wipe your eyes, and all you do is wipe the sauce in your eyes, right? So, leave well enough alone.
Interesting. I remember that. If ever I
Yeah.
come across a pile of gas.
Hopefully, you never do. So,
Fingers crossed.
but fingers crossed. Yes.
Well, perfect. Yeah, we used to do like kind of a hot ones thing at Rick's. We'd have a pizza party and pull out all of his hot sauces and do the challenge. Put a dot of the fucking Da Bomb hot sauce on a piece of pizza, and we'd all be in the yard crying, fucking like chugging beer, and all of the women would just be standing at the screen door laughing at us. We'd be like, "Oh, we're suffering and it's so much fun."
Yeah, they're laughing at you, but they're also laughing at themselves because they said I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either I do marry you or I do want to date you currently. So they did agree to be with you, and they're yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "What the fuck did I get myself into? Look at these
Yeah.
fools."
Yeah, if I did that here, Julie would probably just look at me and be like, "Yep, how'd that work out for you?" So like, But yeah, doing a hot wings thingy podcast might be fun. We just sit there and chit chat and try some stuff and hang out.
Perfect. We'll make that happen. Maybe we can like day before we depart for fucking IV 8888 or something like that. We can actually not the day before we're stuck in the car.
No, I was just gonna say,
On second thought,
torture my upper and then lower GI when we're planning on a 12 to 15-hour drive. So
it'd be like, Flora, we gotta get to the next rest stop. Bring a bucket of water.
Be like, hey, Evan, reach in the cooler, give me 2 ice cubes. Drop them on the seat, sit back down.
Oof.
So
yeah.
Well,
I'm glad we recognized the poor idea that was. I'm sorry for even saying it.
Well, proper prior planning. So
yeah. Oof. Scary.
Oof. It is scary.
So I got chocolate in my throat. How do you feel about Elon Musk buying Twitter officially?
I think good for him. I think that's awesome. I find it hysterical on how many people are panicking and screaming about it. No, no, he's going to turn down some. I even seen a news reporter guy talking about how they can turn down some things that you can see and turn up others so that you can't see what you want to see, but you have to see what this is over here. And then I'm afraid what's going to happen for the election. What do you think it already does?
Right. Yeah.
Right. I mean,
probably can't get worse. So, and supposedly his goal is to improve that predicament.
Yeah. I mean, if Giant Eagle or any grocery store can give you the coupons that for the stuff that you typically always buy, right? Because you use your card as a discount or whatever, because you're a card carrying member. Woo, woo, woo. And then your receipt prints out and takes off 4 branches from a tree. And then you're looking at it, and the whole back of it are coupons, but those coupons are designed towards you. It's what you bought and what you typically buy, right? So you probably won't get any MaxiPad coupons unless you buy a couple of Maxi Pads. Then they'll start getting coupons for them. Right?
That's true. I don't think I've ever had that coupon catered towards me.
No. So you probably get like beer and cheese or something. Oh.
You don't know me. That's exactly what I buy.
Right. And yeah. So if a grocery store register can figure that out, I'm pretty sure the algorithms for social media can. And if Elon Musk says that he's going to leave the doors open for fairness, okay, I'm going to believe him because I think he's followed suit or has done everything that he said he was going to so far.
Yeah, largely. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Especially with, you purchase something for $45 billion. Yeah, I don't think it's just going to shut it down.
Yeah, I saw some people saying that for 44 billion he could have ended world hunger.
Oh, that is where I did a deep dive on Saturday morning, sitting there at the bar having my cocktails, vacation life ended up drinking, and I was just cheers. I was just surfing Twitter and seeing all those comments, and I was like, all right, now let me do a deep dive on world hunger. How do we solve that? And the big thing is like, however long back, the World Health Organization was like, Elon, we need $6 billion to solve world hunger. And he's like, show me a proper plan and I'll give you $6 billion. So they gave him basically how they would spend $6 billion to feed like 12% of the hunger population 1 meal a day for 1 year. And he's like, that is not a solution to world hunger. That is feeding some people for 1 year. And, the other argument is, if world hunger was so easy to be solved, and if it only took that much money, then every government in the world could give $6 billion once, and you could eradicate world hunger.
The government already took our money,
right? So that was fun, and it was nice. I was kind of debating it loosely with Bree, but it didn't really turn into a debate. She was just like, "Yeah, that doesn't make any sense." I was like, "Yeah, it's." She was like, "I like."
Right?
It's like, I don't think anyone should really have all that much money, but at the same time, every time I hear one of my friends talking mad shit about Elon Musk, I'm like, everything that he said though has made sense to me. So, if you're bitching about something, you have to also come up with a plan that is a solution to that problem. Otherwise, what are you doing? You're just spinning your wheels for no good reason. So
they're like, well, he could pay to solve hunger in America. Well, the profits from the Super Bowl, one game, can do that as well.
Yeah, or like,
So that's 1 day. In 1 day, these people made enough profit to do that. Why is one guy getting picked on? Right?
It's true.
He bought something for $44 billion. So like, he can spend $44 billion on that. It's his money.
Yeah,
the government takes trillions of our dollars, not billions, trillions of our dollars, waste it, gives it to other countries for what? I don't know. But they keep a portion of what they give out, right? They don't put the decimal points in the right spots. So it was taken from these folks, the American population, and then distributed into the pockets of the leaders, but they're supposed to be the representatives, not a leader. And from there, they give it to all their buddies and other places, so they all can become rich. And hungry people are still hungry, and dying people are still dying from hunger. So it's disgusting.
Go work your $11 an hour job. Give us your income tax, and then we're gonna send that money elsewhere and not give it back to the community. Like, and don't take that money in the first place. Or if you're gonna take it, solve some fucking problems.
Yeah, domestically, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So take care of your house before you can take care of others. So get your stuff in line first. But not going to get all into that. But
so it's a pain in the ass, is what it is. But I do like having those debates, and that's one reason I fucking love Bree. She's she's very involved in a lot of the, I don't know, I think classically from a perspective like the more left leaning things, which
she's more left.
Yeah, and I see myself as primarily moderate, and
I'm moderate. I'm fair. right?
Yeah.
I'm more conservative in certain things, and I don't give a about others, right? So, LGBTQ or uh, plus or whatever it is now, and gay rights or black rights, Hispanic rights, women's rights, this rights, that rights, this. All that money is being taken from and distributed to do those things. But I have always thought, even from a much younger age, probably younger than you, I don't understand all the rights and all the right movements and all of the organizations that are getting government funding from everything. It should just be basic human rights. I'm going to treat you politely and you treat me politely. I'm going to respect you and your values, and you should respect myself and my values, right? We can not agree on everything, but we should be treated properly.
Yeah, it's a predicament. If everybody abided by the golden rule, then the world would be a beautiful and equal place. But
Amen.
yeah,
Can I get an amen?
amen. But anyway, I love having those conversations with Bree. They're always very nice. So that's one thing
Yeah,
I'm
she has a
excited for.
different perspective. She all of us are open to anybody, right? If you prove yourself to be someone of poor value and a major a-hole, then we don't have use for you and we don't want to hang out with you because you're a major a-hole, right? You're rude. You're not a good person. Um, we don't really judge people. We want to get to know their character, and if their character is not what we want to be around, then we're not going to be around them, right? So I forget the author who, trying to remember the author's name. I forget, but they wrote, "Don't judge a person by their question, and judge a person by their answer."
Mm.
Okay,
I like that.
so someone can be ignorant because they don't know. Ignorant doesn't mean stupid. Ignorant means of not knowing. You didn't know. So someone doesn't know something and ask a question, you can judge the person that gives them the answer by their answer. You don't want to judge them because they didn't know, right? You're going to judge them by their answer. If someone's like, "Hey, you stupid, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you don't know it's this." Well, that's a rude individual. Someone else who takes the time and explains something and teaches them and does it politely, you can judge that person as a nicer person. What you got going on screen?
Yeah, just I got a notification that this morning, like I was saying, the Crew 4 launched. They're now broadcasting their approach to the space station, so I figured I'd put it on for a little background ambiance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see those guys eat some wings.
Yeah.
They're going to be in their helmet. Can't do anything.
You need to purge the suit with a bunch of oxygen. It's fun.
And milk.
Yeah. Give me the direct line of milk, SpaceX. Oh, it's weird seeing the space station, so tiny in that void of darkness and black and white. That's
right. It's like
a cool little shot. Yeah,
that shot when it first pulled up, I thought it was looking across a little lake, and then there's a pier and little dock in a building or something there. I was like, what's that? But that was the first image in my head. And I was like, oh, okay, I know what that is now.
All right. Well, it's maybe I can pull up this morning's launch because it's always fun to watch a Falcon go, But
that's the official sound.
Yeah, I think it's pretty accurately described by that.
Yeah, I think they can use you as their official soundtrack.
And back to Evan for the sounds.
Well, then they're going to record you, and then when they start selling those as toys, then when the little kid presses the button, it goes. It's your
Whoa!
voice,
I could be the voice
right?
in a toy. Fuck my profession. I'm doing that now. New career. Who dis?
New career. I'm a rocket voiceover.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm gonna have to talk to someone about that. I'm sure someone's hiring.
Yeah, just send an email, and if they're interested, you'll send them a audio link.
Right. And we watched. So there's that Return to Space documentary on Netflix that came out kind of recently about
Okay,
basically SpaceX's early days up to when they sent Bob and Doug on the Demo 2 mission. America's return to space is basically the
right.
whole thing about it.
Send Bob and Doug. It just kind of sounds like Bill and Ted's Adventure. Send
Yeah.
Bob and Doug.
They have good names, and also I know they have 2 ships now that they've named Bob and Doug in honor. So it's cool. They'll be like, and the retrieval ship
Nice.
Bob is approaching. But so yeah, I kind of made Bree watch that, but because I'm always talking about rockets and shit, and she's got her passions, but she's always interested in what I'm saying. But then I was like, ooh, I'm gonna put this on for the background. But then she put down her phone and was staring at it, and I was like, you like? And she's like, I like this. So I ended up watching the whole thing, and fucking
Nice.
yeah, she learned a lot, and we got to watch rockets launch together and everything. So that was a nice rainy day because it went from Saturday when I was down there first. It was 87 degrees, I think. Ended up getting pretty warm. That's why I was in a fucking tits out situation. Sun's out.
Okay.
Sun's out, boobs out. And then Tuesday it was down to like 43. That was kind of a shock,
Yep. So, well, I was going to say it's Ohio, but you went a little south to Kentucky.
Yeah, the shallow south, but
shallow south.
Here we are. We're T minus 34 seconds. I'll give us some audio on this.
You heard it there. 30
How's that volume level?
Heard it there. 30 seconds.
Perfect.
I think it's good. Minus 20.
T minus 15 seconds.
Ooh.
15. I mean, it was like 25 seconds ago. It's crazy.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
The classic gentle liftoff of one of these Falcons.
1, 0. Ignition.
Yeah, we'll have to get some music behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like these night launches too. Like, it's awesome to see a bit more of the rocket, but also that glow, like ethereal rocket glow.
The tail of the flame. I want to hear your audio for that at some point.
Oh, okay.
It's just the last, probably 16
like
feet, but right, yeah.
Yeah, can't see a whole lot on these night launches, but they sure are beautiful. Tell you what. So,
well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to see some of the night launches, but 'tis night.
They yeeted up there like, excuse me, like 15 hours ago, and now they're approaching the station. So that's fun.
It's crazy. I forget how many rotations or how many times they have to go around the Earth in order to line up properly and get the right speed and come in for docking.
Yeah, no, I think it varies too, because I mean that launches down to the millisecond. Like if they miss it, then the space station is already way too far to even think about catching up to. That's crazy to think about
that's a valid point.
And then there's little burns to get up to altitude, and then I love seeing all these cold gas thrusters shooting out all the sides of it.
That's just them getting rid of their vapes.
Conditions are perfect. some of those thruster firings, you're seeing it as Dragon just
I wonder.
autonomously fine-tunes
You need
its
to
path.
we should make some tiny little individual cold gas thruster that we could take to space with us when we go at some point.
Wasn't that air in a can?
Oh shit! Yeah, I think I got some right next to me somewhere. We're ready to go.
Probably. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
You ever see the movie The Martian?
The Martian.
Hey, man.
I
Yes.
have seen The Martian, but it's been a second.
Well, I just watched it recently with Julie. She introduced me to it. She's like, "It's a great movie. You have to watch it." So we did, and I thought it was a great movie. So don't want to spoil it for anybody, but
It's been out a couple
he's
years.
got propelled
Go ahead.
himself.
There's there's all those good space movies. There's man, I don't know. Apollo 13 still a fucking classic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you seen Interstellar?
Interstellar.
Matthew McConaughey. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. It was, what the heck's her name? She was the fucking princess, wasn't she? The fucking God, that's obscure. Princess.
Anne Hathaway.
Oh, no. Yep, sorry. I did not see that one.
Oh, okay.
When you said Interstellar, I was thinking of who
Gravity.
played Clarice in Silence of the Lambs.
Clarice? I don't fucking
Hello,
know.
Clarice. You didn't see Silence of the Lambs?
I did when I was like fucking too young to see it and haven't watched it again.
Okay, you should watch it again. I think you would enjoy it.
I hear that a lot. Like Bree was talking about Harry Potter. They had one on at brunch on Sunday. I think. Man, we ate a lot of food. It's classic. Forgot about that meal too. And I was like, which Harry Potter is this? And she's like, I don't know. I think like 6. And I was like, how many Harry Potters are there? I don't know, like 8 or 9 or some crazy shit now. And just kept asking her questions. And she's like, have you seen Harry Potter? I was like, I saw like 1 through 3, like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, I probably saw 1 and 2 or something when you guys were little. I don't know. I didn't know that there was Harry
there's at
Potter
least 8 now.
6 and 8.
Yeah.
Oh, is that because they're doing the prequels and stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I don't even think so. There's the last one is like 2 parts. Last movie. I think they do all the books and then like 2 extra movies too. Yeah, there's 8 films. So, but yeah, and then she was yelling at me. She's like, "We watch Harry Potter like twice a year. We fucking love it. How do you know nothing about Harry Potter?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm not cultured. That's what Riley tells me all the time anyway." And so, yeah, but now I'm kind of hooked. So I'm, into movie 4. So I gotta keep going now.
Just ask her what the muzzle velocity is of a 14-inch barreled AR and firing a 5.56 round.
Yeah.
See if she comes up with the muzzle velocity.
I mean, I couldn't
Be
tell
like,
you.
well, how are you not cultured?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you said Interstellar, and I was like, wasn't sure. And then you said Matthew McConaughey. I was like, yes. And he said Anne Hathaway. I was like, no. Because he also played opposite of Jodie Foster. Finally remembered her name because I Googled it. Of Jodie Foster in a movie called Contact.
Oh.
So another single word movie with Matthew McConaughey and space.
Let's see, Contact. I'm trying to think of Contact. Right now I'm thinking Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Which one's Contact?
Contact is that they get a radio signal, which is more or less blueprints on how to make like a traveling system, like a space or time travel thingamabobber, right? So they get the plans, And then they're trying to decide, do we actually make it? Because what if this is plans to, it just turns out to be a bomb and it destroys the entire Earth? How can we trust these aliens with this signal? So they finally make it. And Jodie Foster, because there's one pilot, Jodie Foster becomes a pilot for that craft. And the craft just looks like a ball. So it's a good movie.
Yeah, wow. I was just looking at some screenshots. I don't think I've ever seen that. Imagine that.
Huh, imagine that. You have to put that on your list. And I haven't seen Interstellar yet. I do know they have like a Lego robot or something that goes with them.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. Well, okay, that's the next one y'all got to watch then. It's very good. It's real good, and I think you might enjoy that.
So,
I think so.
like,
Yes,
great
sir.
stuff.
Yeah, it's fucking. Ooh, man, I love some space movies, but Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That's a classic right there.
Mm-hmm.
That one's very spooky. You remember that one?
It is very spooky. It's trying to think. Yeah, The Abyss. You ever see The Abyss?
The Abyss. I do believe I've seen The Abyss, but let me look at some images so I can. Is that where they breathe the fluid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Liquid oxygen.
Mm-hmm. Like they're in the in the oven again.
That's right. So they're in the underwater sea lab or whatever and have to deal with some things.
Oh, is that Aliens?
That's a very good movie. What's that?
Underwater aliens? I don't remember that.
Well, they're in a lab well below the water. So,
yeah. Huh.
I mean, it could be a little Jetsons spacecraft underwater. I don't know.
Creepy.
But, or it could be whatever. But that's a very good movie as well.
I like that. Today's episode is turned into the ATF movie review.
Right. And we haven't been shot off to the side yet because we had a video too long or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was probably the music that did it. I was thinking about it. I don't think you can do music. Yeah. And SpaceX doesn't seem to mind at all.
Well, why would they?
Right. That's all. Yeah. Share the image of space. Look at that little fella.
Share the image of space. Share your thoughts and feelings on Twitter. Right? So see how he came back to Elon Musk. So hats off to him. He wanted to buy that. Congratulations.
Yeah, and I just started using Twitter again recently, and then Elon was like, "I'm gonna buy it," and I was like, "That'd be cool." And now he's buying it, and we're gonna see what kind of cool things come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe nothing at all.
Have to see what happens to the stock. If the stock drops right away because a whole bunch of people jumped out of it, I may have to buy some. Just watch it go right back up. I don't know.
It's true.
We
But
shall see what transpires.
I wonder, in him buying it, is he taking it private? Do we? I think he might be, but I don't know enough.
Oh yeah.
So
he's gonna be like, "I bought it. It's mine. It's mine. You can say what you want on there. Just be nice."
Yeah. Huh. Man, the man's got a lot on his plate.
He does. So hopefully he has very smart people with him.
Oh yeah, hoping so.
That are well grounded.
I think it's proven that he does.
I think so.
Insane things. I mean, this is SpaceX's newest Dragon capsule. It's made in flight.
Okay.
I think they have 3, and I believe they've stopped making them now. Oh, they're just going to keep reusing the same 3, especially with hopes that they can utilize Starship in the future. And worst case, they can build some more if they need to. But This is Dragon Freedom, I believe, is what they named it.
Yeah, that dragon looks like he's going really, really slow. But
Yeah, only 17,500 miles an hour.
I was going to say probably around 18,000. So, but I went over, so you win 17.5.
Over under. I mean, roughly. You know, who's to say? You might be the winner here. But yeah, it's crazy to think about. And just little fella up there, out amongst the stars, yeeting towards the space station.
Yeet.
And I think the Axiom crew just left like a day or two ago. So they've had a lot of activity up there on the ISS.
Well, I hope they're all keeping their 6 feet apart priorities straight. Don't know how much room you have on the space station. We'll have to Google that to figure out how large it is at some point.
Well, I can do that right about meow. I do know that supposedly
you would think by meow, it would be 4 times the size that it probably is. You would think that they would have built that giant, whatever, frisbee or spinning top, like it was always depicted in like the 40s and 50s and 60s movies. The space station is just this wee spinning top up there.
It's so weird to think about.
Right.
Let's see. Internal pressurized volume of 32,333 cubic feet, which is about the equivalent of 7.9 semi-trailers.
Okay.
And then this one says that it only has 15,000 cubic feet of habitable volume, which I don't know what that equates to, about 4 semi-trucks.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not a whole bunch.
It's not. And the Starship is supposed to have as much, if not greater, of a livable pressurized volume as the space station. So
you figure like 1,000 square feet platform, just rectangle, 1,000 square feet, 8-foot walls. That's 8,000 cubic feet.
Mm-hmm.
It had what?
What?
I forgot the number. What you said of habitable living space.
15,000. But there's, I don't know which one to trust more. This one says 32,000. So I think, oh, here we go. NASA.gov. Oh, that's probably where we'll find the right. But I think 32,000.
Okay. But you see what I'm saying is, by the year 2000, there'd be floating cars and, car will be able to fly and go underwater. And, you could actually drive to Hawaii at this point. So.
Yeah, we've been slacking. I don't know.
I know, right?
We like hating on each other and like blowing each other up more than expanding our technical abilities.
Yeah, that's just idiocy. There's plenty of stupid in the world. We need to quit that.
I agree. So the SpaceX Starship is believed to have 35,000 cubic foot of internal volume for the payload area. So,
okay,
God, that's trippy. The one rocket will have the same internal area as the International Space Station.
Huh.
So yeah,
and his rocket will be He'll be able to use it multiple trips.
Yeah.
To Mars and back. So
I think their goal is to get at least 100 uses out of each Starship.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Imagine we need to get rid of the space station. It's been through too much. You can go park 2 starships up there and have still double the space station.
Well, maybe on its last trip back, where it can't make a next trip, but it can be used as parts up there. Maybe they'll just start adding them to a space station and start building another one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just expand the space station that's up there now.
Mm-hmm.
So many possibilities.
Right? But, with the larger the mass and travel and the velocity and, gravitational pull, then you're going to need more boosters to stay up there, correctional gravity. Yeah, there's a lot of math in that.
Yeah, more than I could ever do. It's I
You
guess
can do it.
that's the old it's not rocket science spiel.
Right?
That shit right there though, that's rocket science for sure.
Exactly. Ooh, did you see the movie about NASA, the mathematics team?
Yes.
Oh, the heck was that called? The women computers.
Yes. I'm trying
That's
to think of the
an
name
awesome
too.
movie.
That movie, that was one that like left my jaw on slack,
Right?
Women. That's a women movie. Hidden Figures.
That's it. Hidden Figures.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a very good movie.
It is. They're combating racism and doing crazy math and fighting the computer. And
Right?
I like in the beginning, they get pulled over for speeding or whatever, and the cops being a fucking prick to them because they're black. And they pull out their
Yeah.
NASA badges and they're like, get the fuck out of here.
Right? That's not verbatim, but yeah, it's pretty good. He was like, well, I didn't know that they had the one lady's like, there are a lot of women that actually work at NASA.
Yeah.
Cut him off because she knew what direction he was going. She's just like, nah, nope, so
yeah, that's a really good one.
Very good movie.
We were just talking about our like top 10 favorite movies or whatever. I was at Breeze, and I think that one's got to be on there. I'd forgotten about that one.
Well, you're gonna have to send her a text or call her later and be like, "Hey, Hidden Figures."
Oh, I forgot
"What?
one.
Forgot one. Just letting you know. Take a look." So, but yes, the movie was done very well.
Yeah, and then another one of my favorite space-related ones is October Sky.
Oh,
You know of this one?
of the abduction. That's no. That's the October Sky is the West Virginia guys that were firing off rockets in high school.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I have seen that.
The one you're thinking of,
Maybe the plot, but that was Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky, yeah. Travis something or another. He was on Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh yeah?
Talking about his abduction and everything.
Yeah, your mom and I watched that movie when it first came out.
Yeah, Andrea showed it to me like probably a year or two ago. After lots of tequila at her house, she's like, "We're gonna watch Fire in the Sky." I was like, "Okay." And yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Let's see, Travis Walton is the fellow's name. Yeah,
that's right. He was John Boy's brother.
John Boy.
John Boy. Yeah, there's a TV show called The Waltons. I just gave away my age again, but the Waltons, one of them was John Boy. So
okay, I see.
John Boy, Mary Ellen, Sue Ellen, a big family. So, anywho,
wait, is that the one where they always like make fun of it and cartoons and stuff, or they're like, "Good night, John Boy. Good night, Llewellyn." Yeah, and there's like fucking 50
of them.
Chris. Yes. Okay. That's all I know about the show.
Yep. Yeah, the show would end with that. So they all saying goodnight to each other.
Oh, that's quite quaint.
Yeah.
Trying to see, they're at waypoint 2 here, and we lost camera footage.
Well, they can't show everything.
Unacceptable.
I know. Well, I mean, hey, you have a few cameras traveling at 18,000 miles an hour.
That's true.
And you have to have the proper feed and everything to do that. I know it's harder than having subway cameras to actually work stationary in a subway.
Huh. Yeah, you're raising good points. You got to maintain contact with satellites, and those have to talk to ground stations, and then also send that data to the control center. And yeah, you got me.
Yep. Yeah, it's not hardwired in, and somehow goes down when there's a shooting, and there's no video evidence of it. So
Oh, that's
audio.
peculiar. I wasn't aware of this tidbit of information.
The subway shooting in New York. The cameras in that area somehow were not operating at the point of time.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do I smell a conspiracy?
Maybe. I mean, but they did find the guy's credit card laying on the ground. I don't know how many people
that's peculiar.
Don't have their credit card in something like a wallet.
It's like when they found the passport and the remains of. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes, we found this pristine passport in a building that caught flames and collapsed, but nothing happened to this one. All the body's burned up, but his passport's still good, so it doesn't make sense.
That one's always really interested me.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we didn't land on the moon.
Well, obviously. I mean, if we did, we would have gone there a couple of times.
Yeah, probably I don't know, 6 times, 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
6 times.
Or if you look through your telescope and find that crater where the stuff is, or wherever, I forget if it's in the crater or outside of it, you know what I'm saying? Find a landmark and be able to see it and then go, yep, weren't there. That American flag out up there by, nope, wasn't me. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I definitely, all the moon conspiracies, when I was young and I hadn't researched it, I was like, that is kind of crazy. It's crazy we did that. But really, it's just crazy that we did that.
It's crazy that we did that. So it's either crazy that we got there or it's crazy that we lied about it.
Yeah. It's
because a lie like that is going to come out, right? I mean, if Russia was neck and neck with us and they got their stuff up first, and then we got stuff up, and then we got to the moon first, why would you come back and or we didn't go to the moon? So we're like, hey, Russia, we didn't go to the moon. So don't send anybody to the moon to say that we weren't there, because we weren't there, we didn't go. People need to know that we were the first ones to the moon. And Russia was like, okay, that sounds great. Yeah, we'll lie for you.
Love that.
Yeah, it would have been like, nope, we're going to have comrades up there in 3 weeks. So
there's some really solid documentaries. I probably told you about this channel before. It's just called Homemade Documentary, I believe, on YouTube.
Ooh, sounds
and
official.
He's got a really good documentary of each Apollo mission, and, all the footage and a whole bunch of the call audio, and that's my go-to fall asleep to thing, because it's just images of the moon being fucking orbited and people hopping around, driving a little buggy around. Man, it's so good. Great. But if you just watch the footage, then, well, I mean, people still think the Earth is flat. But for most people, you watch the footage and you go, damn, that's crazy. We were actually there. It doesn't take very much to, knock down that conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Now, if the Earth is flat, is the moon flat as well?
The moon's made out of cheese, Dad. Come on.
I forgot about Tom and Jerry. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, it's an old lost wheel of cheese that was stretched and thinned by time.
Now, some of the conspiracy on the moon is that it wasn't always there.
Ooh, when did it show up?
I forget. I'll have to deep dive into that one. But there are some tribes that say, as there's told stories and written stories. Um, some of the stories talk about the day that the moon came.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we'll have to eyeball that one and look into it.
Ooh, we'll do a little lunar conspiracy episode.
Ooh, that'll be fun because it's actually the Death Star just covered in dust.
Right. Well, there is that
And
idea that the moon's actually hollow.
because
Yeah.
it rings like a bell.
Yeah.
Ring my bell, ring my bell. Man, if I was living in the moon and asteroid nailed it and that rang for 6 days,
Oh,
I'd be so irritated.
God, that
Wouldn't
sounds
that be
gotta be
horrible?
tough. Maybe they don't have ears though.
That's a good point. And if they're in the moon, what do they have to listen to?
Nothing but farts. Nothing but farts and cheese.
Farts from the cheese, right?
Ooh. Oh, they're just they've slowly been eating it from the inside out.
Right? And they're lactose intolerant. So sometimes the moon, you see gases come from the moon on occasion. They got a vent.
Huh. Well, I've learned a lot about the moon today.
Right? And read something along the lines, somewhere along the line, where all the craters don't go past, they all end at the same depth.
Yeah.
So a small crater or a ginormous crater, they're still just as deep. It's like, huh. Well, that's interesting. I'd like to figure out why.
That is real interesting. Do you think it's some kind of interdimensional object, or is it a alien craft? I guess those could go hand in hand. What would it be if it just showed up?
Maybe it's a construction site, like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Some say it's made out of steel, or that the core is so dense that the other stuff can't penetrate that deep. I go, okay, that makes sense. There are materials harder than others on Earth, so mud's going to splash a lot more, but a granite mountain is not. So if the lower baseline is all granite, then it's not going to penetrate deep enough all the way around. So I don't know. It's really interesting.
That's interesting. Now I'm going to get in some crazy YouTube wormhole this evening about if the moon is hollow or not. You got to hit one of those up every once in a while, and you start going, "Whoa, maybe," and then you're like, "Fuck, I need to go to bed." Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Yep. So it could be. I mean, now come 1:30 in the morning, I do suggest you put your phone down and go to bed.
Oh, that's well.
I would suggest you do that. Yes, I would suggest that you do it way before then. But if you do get caught up in the wormhole in a deep dive, pull out of it.
11's like my main cutoff. I try to close my eyes by like 10, in bed by 9:30. I'm getting pretty old. That was a zing against you. It's just
no. I totally understand. So, how long does it take you to fall asleep, though?
Oh, I don't know, 2 minutes.
That's pretty
usually
good.
Yeah, I usually don't have any
issues.
You
got that from me.
Yeah, I'm pretty relaxed, so I'll go, I think it's time for bed, and I shut everything off, close my eyes, do a little shimmy, and then my eyes pop open at like 5:30. I'm like, fuck. And then I get up and go to work.
Yeah, I woke up one morning and turn off the alarm and stuff, and Julie looked at me and she's like, 12. I'm like, 12? What? She's like, it took you 12 seconds to start snoring last night. 12 seconds. You were asleep in 12 seconds. I'm like, oh. I love you. I lay down. We could talk for hours laying there, but I turn off the light and say goodnight, love you, love you. I'm out. I'm done. I turn myself off. So
Well, that's
I'm
that.
lucky.
It's a Marine skill, and I think just a hell of a skill. Although I know Bree has more problems with falling asleep, but she's crazy. No, she's got a lot going on. She's got a very creative, amazing
I was going
brain.
to say she might not, she's not certifiably crazy,
Yeah.
but she has a crazy schedule.
Uh-huh.
She has 6 things going on at once. She's planning that event in 2 months from now, where she's got another one in a week from now, and then she also has to plan a new recipe, and so I understand why her brain bounces like that.
Yeah, no, me also. No, it's nice, man. Now I'm thinking of dreaming.
You're thinking of dreaming?
Yeah, it's been, it's a crazy road trip. Sometimes vacations make you tired, counterintuitively. Sometimes, you can do all the relaxing, but with the traveling and the socializing, and you get back home and you're like, oh, fuck. I've been through it,
Mhm. I think that's why a lot of Europeans call it holiday and not, vacation. So it's just a holiday. They're taking some time.
That's
So a
fair.
lot of the holidays you don't get to rest, because you have to go to this house or that house, or you're having people come to your house, and then you have to do this, and there's certain things you're going to cook, and you're going to do this, and da 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 da. So the list gets longer during the holidays. So,
Oh shit! Look at Doc.
right?
Sorry, I
What
was
the
just caught off
hell?
guard. And if I can lost signal and it pops back up, and boom, looks like it might still be in soft capture, just hanging there. So,
Well, maybe that's why the
forward-thinking.
cameras weren't working right off, because they didn't want you to see that. Sneaky, sneaky. They docked all by the lonesomes.
Sneaky, sneaky. What happened in the subway?
Right?
Yeah, fuck. Damn. It's harder when I start thinking conspiracies and stuff because they're so entertaining, even if they're absurd. Like Rick will send me flat
Yes.
Earth videos, and I will watch them for 2 hours. I'm like, wow, the Earth is definitely still not flat.
They're like, well, it's flat Earth. And I think a lot of those flat Earth people probably play the Halo games.
Yo, don't you start talking shit about Halo. I hope nothing shitty comes out.
I'm not talking shit about Halo. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You have an entire planet, atmosphere, and whatever in a ring.
A ring,
A Halo.
That also, if you get all of them together, they destroyed everything in the universe, I think is what it is.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's not cool.
Yeah, the Halos are a weapon.
Yeah, but they're also a resort.
That's true.
See? Vacations suck.
Oh. Full circle.
Vacation's nice, but you put enough vacations together, it'll destroy the world.
Whoa.
Well, flat Earth's right.
Look what you've done. I think you just put a bow on the whole episode.
You're welcome. What the heck was that?
It was a forced burp that made me sound weak and feeble.
It sounded like a birthing pterodactyl.
You don't know me. I'm laying eggs right now. Yeah, that'd be a problem. But
you think?
Yeah.
I mean, apparently men can get pregnant, so if you can lay eggs, some people say that's taking it too far, because now you're going from species to species. But if you identify as a pterodactyl or a pregnant chicken, then yeah, that's up to you.
Yeah, then how can you yell at me? If I'm a chicken, then I'm a chicken. Get off my back.
Right?
That's how I feel about it.
I mean, the Cadbury bunny drops chocolate eggs, right? I mean, come on. I mean, you can lay an egg. If the bunny's dropping chocolate eggs, then clucks like a chicken, then I think you can have an egg.
I forgot how absurd that is.
Right?
Yeah. Did you have
Those
anything?
things are horrible.
Do you hear that thumping? Hello?
That was me.
Oh. I was like, God? Hello?
Is that you, God? It's me, Margaret.
Yeah. Started talking about laying eggs. He said, we got a stray one.
I'm starting to man straight.
Ew. Man straight. That's a word.
Yeah, it is.
Something.
Might not be a viable word, but it's a word.
Man straight. Actually, it's kind of empowering. I'm going to start using it. Lay off me. I'm man-straighting today.
Yeah. Morning, Evan. How you doing? Man-straighting. You're like, what?
Like, get the fuck out of the office. You should
You're
have never
like,
come
I
back
have
from
cramps.
vacation.
Leave me be.
Yeah, really, it's just the Taco Bell from the night prior. That's, I'm gonna when I have too many spicy wings or too many fucking spicy potato soft tacos, I'm gonna start describing my existence as man-straighting.
Yeah, I had Taco Bell for lunch yesterday.
I had Taco Bell for lunch today because I was just driving and then I was still driving and I was like, I could use a snack. Boom, Taco Bell. And then my brakes went out and I was like, shit, must be out of brake fluid. So I topped that off and then I kept driving and then
If you're are you totally out of brake fluid?
No, there's
you got air in your legs.
You know, it's really interesting. I think that my vehicle is possessed because classically, if your reservoir runs dry, you're fucked, right? Got to bleed the lines. If my brakes go real soft, I stop, top the bitch off, and a couple pumps, she's good as new. So I think it's a self.
It's just burping from the top. Okay.
Yeah.
Oi. So.
Oi. It's
Oi.
the Jewish part of you coming out.
Yeah. Oi.
Oi.
Yeah.
Not the best vehicle I've ever owned.
Eyeballed.
And the brakes are doing something weird now. But yeah.
Even besides not having fluid?
Yeah, well, one of them's scraping or doing something weird. I think what it is the parking brake or the emergency brake is now locked up. It was just flashing because it didn't have any tension on it, so it was just like flashing that there was an issue. But now it's on solid red as if it's engaged. So I think that it's fucked.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be pulling a rear tire, or I would suggest taking it somewhere and have them eyeball it and fix it. And if you need assistance with that, let me know, and I would be more than happy to assist.
I will. I'll look into it, and I'll let you know. I got a new tire. The one was almost bald. Did I tell you about my new tire? You're so proud of me right now.
You can have 4 new tires, but if you still have a screaming Suburban with no brakes, what? 4 tires ain't gonna do you shit.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, if you have better tread, then you have a higher coefficient of rolling friction, if those were the right words. So even if I don't have brakes, I would still eventually stop faster than I would if they were bald. Wait, no, if they're bald, they have more surface area. I don't know what the right answer is. I should make sure it's fixed. I'll look into that tomorrow.
Thank you. That was the answer I was looking for.
Yeah, no, it was like, I pulled into Louisville and I heard on the brakes. I was like, well, it'll probably make it home. And it did.
Oh, we've all had issues with vehicles.
Yeah.
Like if you have a caliper lock up when you're in Georgia and you still have to drive to Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just pour water on it periodically so your tire doesn't explode.
Yeah, or you lose a trailing arm on the east side of Columbus and you put a ratcheting strap to hold the tire in place and take the slow road home. Yeah. Get all kinds of options.
Improvise. That's right.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. And prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Absolutely.
Those are the mottos of life. I think that brings it to about a good time here for me to go unwind from my vacation and prepare for the work week. And maybe put my eyes on my tires.
Into Hollow Moon.
Yeah, all kinds of conspiracy theories. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I might crack a beer. One one more for the vacation, and maybe
Okay.
2 more, and yeah, get into a weird YouTube wormhole.
Nice. Maybe listen to the song Blue Heron
Blue
or
Heron.
Blue Herring. Blue Herring. Blue Heron.
Blue Heron. I think you're
I think
banging
it's
it
Blue
again.
Heron by Sun Kill Moon.
Sun Kill Moon.
Yeah, Sun Kill Moon. We were talking about the moon that jumped in my head. In the back, it was rotating around. I went, oh, yeah, there's a song. I think it's
Oh.
Blue
Well, you have to
Heron.
text it to me because
Heron.
my brain bad. And
Okay.
yeah, I think let's see, I was looking. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna search it up right meow. Blue herring. Blue like Sean Herring.
No, like the bird.
Yeah. Blue herring by who do you want now?
Sun Kill Moon.
I like that. That's fun. Sun kill. Oof. Spelled that wrong. I spelled sun AUB. Obkill Moon. I still can't do this damn Apple product. I can't find it. Anyway, I'll have to find it
I'll
on
find
YouTube.
that to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, you got the outro, Pa.
Okay. Ralph Waldo Emerson. How's that? To be yourself in the world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. So remember to be yourself, everybody. Be who you are.
Don't be afraid to put a napkin on your head and eat a hot dog making fridge poetry with a bunch of randoms that don't know you're the brother of the sister. Because that's life.
Precisely.
Keep your eye on the moon, everybody.
Keep your eye on the moon. Big hugs. Be good. Take care.
Pew!